Good day. My name is Courtney Barry, and I'm Kiko's CPS advocate. Today, we're going to talk about our line of car seats and the different features and things that you'll find on those car seats. Plus, sprinkled in there will be different FAQs and information about installing Chicco car seats. Chicco USA is part of the Global Artsana Group based in Como, Italy. First, let's look at our infant-only carriers. We have our line of key fits, and in a minute I'll tell you why they all fit together, and our Fit 2. The Fit 2 goes to about 24 months, and as you see the numbers on the bottom of those seats, those are estimates for around the 75th percentile of children. So if a family has a 95th percentile child, they probably will not make those. They'll outgrow the car seat sooner. And in the same respect, if they have a 50th percentile child, they may be able to use it longer. But we just want to give parents an idea of how the car seat can fit into their life. Featuring our KeyFit 35, it's our newest car seat to the line of KeyFits. This is a great car seat with Euro belt routing, a no rethread harness. The zip version has a really nice privacy shield and some other features. But my favorite feature on the KeyFit 35 is the base. It has an anti-rebound bar, but it fits also the KeyFit and the KeyFit 30. So if you already own a KeyFit 30, and you've always wanted to have an anti-rebound bar, we have your answer. You can just get the base and it'll fit right in there, or it could be your second base. However, just to note, the KeyFit 35 will not go the other direction and fit into the KeyFit 30 or the KeyFit base. Oftentimes, I'll get asked about the movement between the carrier and the base. That movement is generally okay, but just to make parents feel all right about it, I'll tell them to squeeze the release button, notice where those buttons move, like the attachment parts that move, and then when they go back to their base, make sure it's secure, put the carrier in the base, and make sure those points are connected. If all of those things are working, then their car seat is okay. Next, we're going to move to our convertible car seats. We have our NextFit convertible, which has been around for a long time, and the NextFit Max. The NextFit Max is our extended use convertible car seat. It goes to 50 pounds rear facing. What we did was we added about 3 inches to the seat pan where their child's legs are, just to give it a little more leg room when it's rear facing and support when it's forward facing. I wanted to call out our Super Cinch latch connectors. This is a part from one of our videos, our instructional videos that we'll talk about a little bit later. But on all of our convertible car seats and all-in-one car seats and on our MyFit, we have our Super Cinch latch connectors. As you can see, you slide this latch connectors to either rear facing or forward facing. You can close the compartments, but then you attach those lower anchors. Once those lower anchors are attached, you pull on the pull first. Those tabs are labeled. The pull first takes the slack out, and then the pull second you can pull in any direction to tighten the seat to the vehicle. Check for tightness. If at any time you feel like it's still too loose, what you would want to do is go back, loosen the pull second, pull the pull first a little tighter, and then pull the pull second. It's almost like when we're trying to get one more click out of the seatbelt. So these latch anchor attachments are really nice for parents to get their car seats installed in a nice, tight way. And now to our all-in-one car seats. We have our One Fit and the Fit 4. The Fit 4 was our first all-in-one car seat, and what we did was address the issue of how do you keep a car seat clean for 10 years. So what we did was we added layers to the car seat. And each insert has a certain stage that it corresponds with and tells the parents on the tabs of those layers when to use or remove each section. But today we're going to focus on the One Fit. The One Fit is a great car seat that starts off with an infant insert, and then it goes rear facing, forward facing, and into your booster seat. It has a nice space saving design. It's about 19 inches wide. Both of our all-in-one car seats have QR codes on them, which take you to the website, and it has all of the installation videos, and it'll have your instruction book, and you can register your car seat there. I always want to encourage technicians when it comes to all-in-one car seats and even convertible car seats, make sure that parents know what their next steps are. Where can they find the resources with the manufacturer so that they can go to that next step without necessarily having to come to a car seat check. By the time they're going to that next step, they should be really familiar with their car seat and their vehicles. So this is always a good thing to point out to parents as they're moving forward. Next, we're going to talk about the MyFit Harness to Booster car seat. The MyFit is a great high harnessed car seat. It goes up to about 19.5 inches. So it can accommodate those taller kids that might not be ready for booster seats. The other feature that's really great is on the left-hand side, you'll see that our cup holders are cup folders. So these cup folders are on the all-in-ones, the MyFit, and our booster seats. They're great for space saving if you need to get them out of the way of the door if you're doing 3 across. Our cup holders are not required, but I would use them just because they fill in that space where the cup holders go. Oftentimes I'm asked, can you switch the retractor once the seatbelt is in the lock-off? And yes, you can. It is an option. So you're not going to see it in our instruction manual because it's not required, but you will see it in the instructional videos because it is an option. Last but not least, we're going to talk about our belt positioning boosters. We have the Kid Fit and the Go Fit backless booster. These boosters are great, convenient. One thing that we've added to some of the boosters is this grab and go convenience with the Super Cinch one pull tightener. So once you attach your latch anchors, you can see in that third picture, you can just pull the lever and those latch anchors will release. So that is a nice feature if you're going from vehicle to vehicle. So now we're just going to get down into some of the features of the car seats. A lot of times you might see Next Fit, Clear Text, Zip. Those last words on that descriptor just are talking about soft goods or other features. Every Next Fit is the same. Every Next Fit Max is the same as far as installation. But if you hear those other words, let's talk about what they are. So for Clear Text, that is our chemical-free fabric. It's a tightly woven fabric that does not allow oxygen to pass through it easily, and that helps us pass the burn test that we're required to have for the Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standards. We also, in our comfort section, have Adapt and Air. Both of these fabrics are to help with breathability of sitting in the car seat. And last, we have our clean features or our zip features. On the Next Fit, this is probably one of my favorite features where you can unzip the entire cover and take it off. The zippers are also used to, like we talked previously, to hide the canopy, privacy shields, or different features like that. We also do have a car seat travel bag. This travel bag is excellent. It fits all of our car seats, but not at the same time. I know you laughed a little bit. Anyways, it's a great way to help get your car seat through the airport to use on the airplane. You can also check this if you're going to check your car seat, but we do want to encourage parents to use the car seat on the plane. But still, it's a 25-pound car seat, so we need to get them to the other side to the gate. For you as technicians, if you go to our website and scroll to the very bottom, you're going to see a tab that says product manuals and a tab that says product videos. In that section, you will find all of our manuals for our car seats, and you'll find all of our videos. These are installation videos that tell you how to install using seatbelt, using latch, how to fit your child properly in the car seat. We really want you to use these and encourage you to send them to parents. Use it to review if you haven't seen the car seat yet. This is totally to support you. So please feel free to check those out if you're curious. Here's all the contact information you'll need. Our website, chiccousa.com, is a great resource and actually gives you access to all of our resources there. Our customer service, all of our customer service are technicians. So I want to encourage you, if you do come into an issue, please contact them first. They know all of our known issues. They have scripts to help support you and parents. So they're always the good place to start. And if something needs a little bit more attention, they'll send you or the parents to me. My email is right there, thekikocps.usa@artsana.com. And if you send me a copy of your tech card, we do have a one-time thank you discount that you can use. And so if you send me your tech card, I will send you a coupon code to use on our website. On Facebook, you can find me at Chicco CPS. The Chicco Tech logo is what you're going to see. And that I'm just on there to help support any questions that come up out there in social media on Facebook. And we are part of the Manufacturers Alliance for Child Passenger Safety. Also an excellent resource. If you want to check that out more, go to the saferidenews.com website, scroll to the bottom and look for the MACPS logo, and you're going to find excellent resources like how to identify counterfeit car seats. You'll find our calendar of events, and also there's our harmonized statements. If you have more questions though, please contact me, and have a great day.
Everybody, thank you, Stephanie, for the introductions, and thank you everyone for joining us, especially those of you who are joining us from very, very far away. As Stephanie mentioned, I'm the brand representative for Safe Traffic System. Safe Traffic System is a small company that is based outside of Chicago, Illinois. Sorry about that delay for a second there. We're committed entirely to the development of innovative products for safe and effective transportation for children. We've been in business since the early 2000s. In the 2000s, we began researching effective ways to restrain children who were secured with lap-only seatbelts. At that time, this was the only option for children riding in the center of most vehicles. Higher weight limit car seats were not as common as today, and those that were available were just unaffordably expensive to the children that were sitting in that center seatbelt with a lap-only seat. So since booster seats cannot be used with lap-only seatbelts, we began designing a legal alternative that would be as effective as car seat with an internal harness. We used the 10-year-old crash test dummy to study the actual movement of the child's body in the seating position and found some very disturbing movements that put the child at tremendous risk for lumbar spine injuries and intra-abdominal organ injuries. If you'll notice that lower torso submarine down and under that lap belt, there is a tremendous amount of stress that happens, not just to the organs that are in the abdominal area, but to the lumbar spine as well. And that was our major concern. So in 2004, we released our very first Ride Safer travel vest. After 4 years of researching what the best avenue would be for us to continue on with, and we were able to take complete control over the upper torso of the child using a lap-only seatbelt plus the tether, or using a lap and shoulder belt. So all seating positions were encompassed within the vehicle. As mentioned earlier, the Ride Safer travel vest is tested and able to be certified as a harness according to Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standard 213. Harness is its own category. We may conduct we conduct many additional tests using booster seat protocol to be able to allow the use of a lap and shoulder belt without the tether. In October of 2016, we launched the Generation 4 of Ride Safer Travel Vest. Our intent with the changes, and these were some major changes that we made to the vest, were to make the vest more adjustable in the shoulders, make the vest more comfortable for children, allow parents to be able to easily buckle and unbuckle the vest, and with the newly patented ring and hook system, we wanted to try to make something that kids were having a tough time undoing, but was easy for parents. But unfortunately, what we developed was a locking system that was super kid friendly, but very parent proof. So today it's my pleasure to introduce the Generation 5 Ride Safer Travel Vest. The Generation 5 has some modifications that have made life a little bit easier for everyone concerned in the Ride Safer family. All of our products are tested and certified in accordance with Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standard 213 in approved crash test facilities in the US. We also test in many countries worldwide and hold additional certifications in many countries worldwide. The Ride Safer travel vests are tested and certified using a lap-only seatbelt plus the tether to meet the US regulatory requirements of a harness. The vests are then retested in various configurations with lap and shoulder belts utilizing the booster seat testing protocol. When caregivers choose to use the lap and shoulder belt without the tether, the Ride Safer travel vest is considered a belt positioning system with enhanced protection. All of the vests are shipped with a tether to provide additional pre-crash positioning and support during non-frontal collisions. As you see in the photo, we recommend the use of the tether in addition to the lap and shoulder belt as well to offer much better protection during non-frontal collisions such as side impact, offset, and rollover. All of the vests also ship with a crotch strap to provide an anti-submarining feature for the smaller children and the children that are not quite used to sitting outside of a 5-point restraint system. Some of the notable features of the Ride Safer travel vests include an innovative series of padding that absorb and dissipate the energies of the crash force on all torso locations that the seatbelt makes contact with. That includes the clavicle or collarbone and the abdominal area where the lap belt may be displaced during the collision. The tether that is provided with each vest attaches to reinforced fabric loops. We recently switched over from a deformable metal to the reinforced fabric to prevent heat-related discomfort to the child in case the vest is left in the hot car. The vests are equipped with deformable metal guides. Apologize about that. The vests are equipped with deformable metal guides on the lap and each shoulder. The reason for deformable metal is for the ability for rapid egress during an emergency. This feature is required for a European certification, and it is included in all of our US products for the safety of the child when rapid egress from the vehicle becomes necessary. In order to work that rapid egress deformable metal feature, all you need to do is unbuckle the seatbelt and very forcefully pull on the seatbelt, and the lap belt guides and the shoulder belt guides will give way. The shoulder belt guides are adjustable up and down so that a correct angle of the shoulder belt can be achieved across the center of the upper torso. The guide that is on the side of the retractor needs to be right about center collarbone level. The opposite one doesn't matter. So on the buckle side, that shoulder belt guide can be either up to match aesthetically with the shoulder belt guide that's by the retractor, or if the shoulder belt does not cross across the very center of the chest, but rides up too high, that opposite shoulder belt guide can be pushed down to be able to adjust that straight line that goes from the shoulder all the way down to the buckle across the center of the chest. Aircraft grade metal hook locking system on the front is super load bearing and tested well beyond its required strength. It is easily hooked and unhooked by an adult, but shaped so that it does not easily unhook when the when the adjustable waist strap is correctly tightened around the child's body. The vests all have adjustable shoulder straps from the back. Those straps are held in place by Velcro, so all you need to do is unvelcro them, and there is a pouch on the back for the optional neck pillow as well. Stephanie, can you help me go forward? Thank you. Each vest is provided with a neck pillow. It is optional for daily use, but does provide the additional need for positioning when the child's head is at a wonky angle when the child falls asleep. Next slide. Oh. Several months ago, we launched an expansion panel that can be used on all 3 sizes of the Ride Safer travel vest. It is intended to offer a better fit for children that are wider in the middle, as opposed to going to the next size up. The expansion panel offers up to 14 inches of expansion on all 3 sizes of the vests. It does not change the weight requirements, but we are not as strict with the weight requirements as we are with the positioning requirements. Some convenience features of the Ride Safer travel vest include the fact that it can be put on and adjusted on the child prior to entering the vehicle. This feature is particularly important for our families who use carpools, ride shares, taxis, and it eliminates time that's necessary to install a child restraint, even a booster seat. It just eliminates the time that's necessary because most children can position themselves just fine with the lap and the shoulder belts. Once in the car, adjusting the seat belt is very quick and easy. All you have to do is buckle the seat belt, run it through the lap belt guides and the shoulder belt guides, and enjoy the ride. As cars are getting smaller and smaller, but car seats and booster seats are getting bigger and bulkier, the Ride Safer travel vests are only as wide as the child's body, and it offers more comfort and less fuss. For the younger child and the shorter children, the Ride Safer travel vest can be used very safely in conjunction with our Delighter booster. It is certified as a standalone booster, and it can be used all by itself, or it can be used with the vest. The booster itself weighs only 1 pound and is currently the lightest full-size booster on the market that I am aware of. It is being redesigned with some additional features that we're going to be bringing you in the next several months. The vests are available in 3 sizes ranging from 30 pounds to 110 pounds and currently available in 4 colors. The price is $165 for the small and the large and $229 for the extra large. The expansion panel is a mere, I think it's $10 additional if the width needs to be adjusted. Thank you again for the opportunity to review the innovative features of our Ride Safer brand child restraint systems. My contact information is listed on this slide, and it is also available on the handout that you're going to receive.
Thank you so much, Vera.
Good afternoon. I'm really excited to be here. My name is Sarah Haverstick. I'm the Manager of Safety Advocacy for Goodbaby International, and I'm here to share some updates from 2 of our brands, Evenflow and Cybex. I'm going to start with Evenflow because we have a lot of new things happening that we're really excited about, including an extension of our Revolve 360 lineup. So Revolve 360 is our rotating car seat. You can rotate that to face the side of the vehicle to make loading and unloading easier for the family. So we heard lots of feedback over the last several years since we launched our original version of this product, and the team wanted to think about how we could thoughtfully integrate some of that feedback we've received. And this is that first integration and update, and that's Revolve 360 Extend. The Extend comes from the fact that we heard loud and clear people wanted this to be an extended rear-facing option. So this option does go from 4 to 50 pounds in rear-facing mode and up to then 48 inches rear-facing. So we took that rear-facing capacity and we expanded it. Otherwise, we try to really keep things consistent. We heard good things about installation and use, so we wanted to keep those things the same as the original version of Revolve. However, we did make a few other updates along the way. So the harness covers are now completely removable and optional. So they Velcro on and off just like traditional harness covers. Use them or don't use them. They're there for comfort for the child. Additionally, thinking about comfort and the fact that this is going to be an extended use product, we added in an optional removable and reversible leg rest. So this zips on and off, and in any mode of use, rear facing, forward facing, or high back booster, use it or don't use it. It's totally up to you. It's there for comfort for the child. One side is a little poofier and squishier, one side is a little flatter. So use it in either direction. It's totally fine, or just take it off entirely if it's not working for the family. The base and the installation look exactly the same as the original. Only difference being this product comes in a little bit heavier than the original, so our lower anchor weight limits have therefore gone down a little bit. But just like with the original, we say from the get-go, you should use the seatbelt for installation, and then you get this one and done install, and you don't need to worry about those lower anchor weight limits. This product still has that lock strong belt tensioner. This is tensioning that belt to give you that tight, secure installation without a lot of effort, but it is a tensioner and not a lockoff. So you do still need to lock your vehicle retractor. We give you an indicator inside that belt tensioner to let you know when you have securely closed the belt tensioner. And additionally, we have indicators on either side of the base that we call the seat lock indicator that turn from red to green when the product is correctly positioned rear facing or forward facing for travel. This is really important. Anytime the vehicle is in motion and you are traveling someplace with or without the child, the product should always be positioned so that it is locked in a green mode for travel, rear facing or forward facing. Another unique piece to Revolve 360 and this version of Extend is that we always want you to use the tether, rear facing and forward facing, right out of the box. As soon as the consumer starts using this product, we want you to tether. And the tether comes from the top of the base and is secured to the tether anchor position in the vehicle for that seating position. New on Extend is that we will also allow the use of the tether in booster mode. So obviously lower anchors and tether are optional in booster mode. They're just there to prevent that product from being a projectile when it is not occupied. So now in the Extend, you may use this in booster mode. In the original version, we said you could not, but now retroactively, we are also updating that to allow the use of the tether with the original version too. We will have an FAQ on the website, as well as you will see this as a running change in our product instructions so that newer versions of the original will also allow this. Also new with Extend is this product is approved for aircraft, but important to note, the product is a little bit wide and it is quite heavy. So you want to make sure that it works in that aircraft seating orientation before you bring it on the airplane with you. Additionally, in an aircraft environment, because that seatbelt is much different than what you find in a passenger vehicle, you will not use the lock strong. You will bypass that. You will install with that lap belt going above and on top of that lock strong. Because of that seatbelt mechanism, your buckle or your latch plate there ends up right in the middle of the lock strong, which isn't going to be effective or work. So you're going to just bypass it for this aircraft installation. Finally, on Extend, we have another really exciting update, which is a version of this product with what we're calling our green and gentle fabric. So this fabric is free of added chemicals and flame retardants, and it's manufactured using 26 recycled plastic water bottles. So it is super soft to the touch and also environmentally friendly, which is pretty exciting. So this is our full lineup for Revolve 360 and Revolve 360 Extend. So the original version that maxes at 40 pounds and 40 inches in rear facing mode does still exist. And you can see that over on the left. That is still going to be exclusive at Walmart. Next one over, we have our Revolve 360 Extend. That adds in the quick clean cover as well. So this is a special cover set that's kind of modular, comes off in pieces for easy everyday cleaning. Then second from the right, you have our gold version of Extend. So this adds in our gold design aesthetic, so an upgraded premium look and feel with premium fabrics. And then on the far right, you can see that green and gentle version, which is also gold. Both of the gold versions also come with sensor safe incorporated into the chest clip, and all of our gold products have a lifetime warranty. Then we wanted to add in another version of Revolve, which is our Revolve 360 Slim. So this is also new this spring. This is another piece of feedback that we've heard loud and clear from our consumers. They want more options that are a little bit more narrow to fit better in different vehicle configurations, whether that's just a smaller vehicle with a smaller back seat footprint, or 3 car seats across, or just 3 other occupants in the back of that vehicle seat. People needed options that were a little bit smaller. So this is our slim version of Revolve. Note that it is a convertible and not an all-in-one. So you do not have that high back booster mode. It goes rear facing and forward facing. Rear facing, it is still that extended rear facing. So it goes up to 50 pounds and 48 inches. Otherwise, again, we wanted to keep things really consistent with what you already know about the original Revolve and the Extend version, just on this more narrow footprint. And exactly 16.7 inches wide, which includes the use of the cup holders. Again, the base, while being a little bit more narrow, still functions the same way. We still have that lock strong belt tensioner. We still encourage you to use that seatbelt from the beginning. And use the tether from the beginning. So again, rear facing, forward facing, you'll be using the tether for this installation. This slim is also aircraft approved, so you will see that in the product instructions. And additionally, you are going to use it the same way on the aircraft by bypassing that lock strong belt tensioner. So this is our lineup for slim. We do have 3 different versions with 3 different price points. The version in the middle comes with that quick clean cover, which again is like modular cover pieces to make it a breeze to just easily clean the portions of that cover that need cleaning. And then on the far right, you can see our gold version that also includes sensor safe and all of those other gold features that I mentioned before. And then, because we haven't had just enough fun with Evenflow, we have a brand new infant car seat too. So this is a really exciting new infant car seat for us. It's an infant car seat and stroller combination. And this is the Evenflow Shift Dual Ride. This very importantly starts at 3 pounds and 15.7 inches. We worked throughout the product development process with local hospitals. I visited a number of NICUs, worked with a lot of very tiny infants so that we could validate this fit with these really small occupants in mind. All versions of this product come with sensor safe. They have an 8-position adjustable headrest with a no rethread harness, obviously that integrated stroller frame, and then they also have that anti-rebound design on the base. The base also has a 5-position recline adjustment. The recline indicator is at the top of that anti-rebound area, and it's a bubble level. We have push-on connectors. We also have our lock strong belt tensioning system. So again, trying to keep naming consistent across different platforms with features that should become familiar to you with our products. Again, belt tensioner, not a lock off. So you will have to lock your retractor if you use the seatbelt installation. And this product comes with optional wheel wells. So they're not required. They pop on and off the base. They're there to keep the back seat of the vehicle clean from the dirt that might be collected on the stroller wheels. They're also dishwasher safe. So if you pop them off, if they get dirty, you can put them in the top rack of the dishwasher for cleaning. Back to my tiny friends, our infant insert is required from 3 to 6 pounds. We made a number of updates to that along the way throughout our vehicle fit, or throughout our fit with infants in the NICU. And we also wanted to make sure families felt really well supported. So we have a full checklist in the product instructions about using this product with a smaller or low birth weight infant. Additionally, we have a video that goes through some changes that you can make and some updates to that product that you can do to better improve the fit for these smaller infants as well. Another unique piece to this car seat is that you can remove it from the base with or without the wheels. So with the wheels, obviously, then you have the option to use it as a stroller. Without the wheels, as you see on screen, just gives you a lighter weight infant carrier that you can use as a traditional infant carrier. So just providing some options for that family based on their needs. This is our full lineup for Shift Dual Ride. So you can see we've got 3 different versions. Again, all of the tiers come with sensor safe. On the left, the opening price point is exclusive to Walmart. In the center, you get all of the things we've already talked about and also a carry-all storage bag that attaches to the product in stroller mode. And then on the right-hand side, we have a gold version of the product. Also comes with the storage, also again has that premium elevated aesthetic and premium fashions and soft goods, as well as a fully wrapped vegan leather handle. So just some additional design cues and aesthetics there. On the Cybex side, we do also have a couple of brand new infant car seats. So this is the Cybex Cloud G. You can see the child specs over on the left-hand side of your screen. We have a 12-position adjustable headrest with that no rethread harness. We include Cybex's LSP or linear side impact protection system for additional benefit in a side impact crash. All of the products and all of the fashions have flame-resistant fabrics without added flame retardants. The magic of this seat is twofold. On the base, we have rigid lower anchor connectors. Rigid latch is an amazingly tight and easy installation that happens in literally seconds. And then on the carrier, we have a comfort extend backrest that I'm going to share in just a couple of slides. We also have the Luxe version, so the Cloud G Luxe. This version adds in a load leg on the base as well as sensor safe technology in the chest clip, but then also has the same features that we just addressed. Both of these versions have a Euro belt path and a belt routing option when you're using it without the base. And then on our comfort extend backrest, just a couple notes here. In travel, so when you're using it on the base or in the vehicle without the base, it's always going to be in that typical infant car seat semi-reclined position that you see on the left. On the right is the comfort extend or full reclined position. This is for use outside the vehicle only and primarily for use on your travel system. So we've given you a stroller that is also compatible with this product. So when you're out and about, you're doing your thing, you're able to fully extend out that backrest and put baby in a more comfortable and ergonomic position for that use outside of the vehicle. Really important. This is not a safe sleep environment. Just like any other infant car seat, we would encourage families when you get to your final destination, if that baby is asleep, you remove the baby and you place them in a safe sleep environment. In this, we always want baby to be fully harnessed and snugly harnessed at all times. So importantly, you can do this extend and you can place it back into that upright travel position without making any adjustments to that harness system. On the Cloud G, so the version that does not have sensor safe and does not have the load leg, here is your MSRP as well as a few fashion options. And then Cloud G Luxe comes in with a few more fashion options and an updated price point there as well. This is my contact information. I'm happy to answer any questions about any products. We do have a tech discount available for both of the brands, and we are super proud to be members of the MACPS. Thanks for joining us today.
Good day, everybody. My name is Trudy, and I'm Clek's Child Passenger Safety Consultant and the Customer Service Quality Assurance Manager. Thank you very much for having me here today. I'm excited to tell you a little bit about Clek's products. So Clek's roots are from a large automotive supplier, but we are a smaller family-owned Canadian company. Our family of products started out with boosters. Auto came first, followed by Ollie, Aussie, and Uber. We entered the convertible seat market with the Funth at the end of 2012 and introduced the Flow in 2014. In 2019, we introduced Ling, and 2020 brought with it our newest member of the family, Lingo. So we're going to start by a quick comparison between Ling and Lingo. They have a lot of features in common, including the height and weight limits, expiration, stroller compatibility, fit to child, and the 1+2 year extended warranty when registered online. The main difference between Ling and Lingo is that Ling comes with a stay-in-car base and may only be installed with the vehicle belt when installing the carrier without the base. Lingo may be installed using either latch or the vehicle belt when installing it in the vehicle. You can use Lingo on the Ling base if you remove the latch pin first, but the Ling base must be purchased separately. When Lingo is used on a Ling base, all applicable installation instructions and warnings found in the Ling manual must be followed. Every Ling base comes with a Ling manual, and the Lingo manual includes instructions around removing the latch pin and following the warnings in the Ling manual when using the Ling base. For those of you who are familiar with the Lingo specs will sound familiar as they are the same as the Ling. Lingo is certified for use from 4 to 35 pounds and for infants up to 32 inches tall. Infants will be able to continue to use the Lingo as long as they are within the height, weight, and fit requirements. As with all seats, it is a case of whatever limit comes first. Based on growth charts, 97% of kids will be within the height and weight limits of the Lingo at their first birthday. At 16.9 inches in width, the Lingo is the same width as the Ling, as well as the Func and Flow convertible seats, and is designed to fit 3 across in most vehicles. As is typical in most 3 across situations, it is usually necessary to use the vehicle belt when trying to fit 3 across. Like the Ling, Lingo has 3 sets of harness slots and 1 crotch strap position. Baseless install for both Ling and Lingo features a European belt path, and this is the preferred method of installation for Lingo. Everything is color-coded blue on the carrier to show where the vehicle belt is put through. And now, if you're using a Ford inflatable belt, then you would not use the European routing because we would not want the inflatable portion of the belt put behind the carrier. If you find with a regular lap shoulder belt that the belt is a bit too short, you can tilt the carrier more upright in order to allow the shoulder belt to go around the back of the carrier. We have a video demonstrating how to do this in our video manual that's available in the support section of our website. If the vehicle belt has an ALR mode present, then switch the belt to the ALR mode. Lingo is approved for use on aircraft. Just follow the lap-only belt installation instructions found in the manual. Lingo's latch pin is what makes it unique from most other infant seats. It allows for Lingo to be installed with latch in dedicated latch seating positions with standard 11-inch spacing. Borrowing in seating positions with larger than the standard spacing is not allowed. The latch pin is connected to the carrier by 2 T20 Torx screws, and it may be removed if a parent prefers to install with the vehicle belt and wants to reduce the carrier's weight. Lingo comes with a small tool that may be used to remove it, but a standard T20 Torx screwdriver may also be used if the tool is unavailable. This photo shows Lingo installed with latch, and you can see the blue recline reference line on the side of the carrier. That's what you use to be able to tell if it's installed at the correct recline when you are installing either Lingo or the Ling without the base. The specs of the Ling are the same as the Lingo, with the exception of the 7-position adjustable recline in the base, which is where some of the magic of the Ling base happens. One point to note about Ling that is different than the general rules surrounding infant seats is when the load leg is in use, we permit the top of the head to be even with the top of the seat pad. The 1 inch above the top of the head rule only applies when the load leg is not in use. Like the Lingo, the Ling has 3 sets of harness slots and 1 crotch strap position. Ling is designed around ease of installation, whether it's being installed using the rigid latch or the vehicle belt. Making a car seat that is easy to install is important because it makes it more likely that a seat will be installed properly. On the base of the Ling, there are key points that are color-coded with red and green. With a rigid latch install, the indicator on the side of the connector is red when the connector isn't attached, and green, as seen in the photo, when it is properly attached. Please note that for the Ling, we only permit installing with either rigid latch or the vehicle belt. Moving on to the seat belt installation, the belt tensioning arm is required to be used with all vehicle belt installations. It assists with getting a tight installation by removing excess slack from the vehicle belt. To open the belt tensioning arm, hold the panel down with one hand, then use your other hand to squeeze the white handle. The handle only works when the panel is being pressed down. If pressure isn't placed prior to squeezing the handle, the panel won't open properly. When uninstalling, unbuckle the vehicle belt before opening the belt tensioner. And note that the belt tensioner is a true lock-off, so you do not need to switch the belt to ALR mode when you're using a lap shoulder belt with the Ling base. Moving on to the load leg, we always recommend using the load leg if possible. The load leg is an important safety feature that limits downward rotation and reduces forces by up to 40%. Please note that in some vehicles with stow and go seating, the load leg may not be able to be used. Refer to the vehicle manual to see if there are any restrictions regarding the use of a load leg in the vehicle. And you do not need to have permission to use the load leg. As a general rule, the only time you need to check and get that permission is if you have something like stow and go seating in the floor or other in-floor storage. If you're not able to use the load leg for whatever reason, then we recommend installing the base using the vehicle belt. Ling features a post-install recline adjustment on the base, making it easy to get the needed recline every time. The position of the recline sled determines the recline of Ling, and with 15 degrees of adjustment, it's easy to achieve a newborn recline. To adjust the recline, pull the white handle shown on the left side of the photo, and then adjust the recline until part of the bubble is in the correct zone for the child's weight. Please keep in mind that pool noodles and rolled towels are not allowed to increase recline due to the risk of over-reclining the base. If you run into a vehicle where you have questions about the recline, please email cpst@clekinc.com with photos and the vehicle make, model, year so that we can assist. The newborn support system is the same for both Ling and Lingo. It is designed to position a newborn in a natural head-back position to protect the airway. The bottom portion of the insert must be removed at 11 pounds if baby needs the top set of slots with it in. If a baby fits properly without the insert prior to 11 pounds, the insert may be removed sooner, provided the shoulders are still even with the bottom set of harness slots once it's removed. The insert lifts a baby up by almost 2 inches, so it will be necessary in most cases to adjust the harness height after removing the insert. Ling and Lingo have different releases for the stroller and the base. The stroller release is on the back of the carrier and is a one-hand release, while the base release is a one-hand two-step release. When using the carrier on the base, the release handle must be flush with the base with red not visible to confirm that the carrier is properly attached. Flo and Foof are Clek's convertible seats. This chart shows a quick summary of the two of them. Both of them have the same height and weight limits, and the fit to child is identical, but fit to vehicle and latch limits, along with some specifics of the installation, are different between the two seats. Visit our website at clekinc.com to learn more about them. We also have a detailed support section available with frequently asked questions and an online video manual that can be accessed by clicking through the support section of our website. The Q-tether is an accessory sold separately for the Foof and Flo. It controls downward rotation in a collision similar to a load leg. More information, including a video manual of how to install the Q-tether, is available in the support section of our website. All Clek booster seats have a 40-pound minimum, with the Uber having a maximum weight limit of 100 pounds and the Ollie and Aussie having maximum weight limits of 120 pounds. Our boosters all feature rigid latch as well. Uber has a reclining seat back, convenient for big kids who may still sleep in the car. And this slide just has some of our accessories on it. And then this is my contact information here. Our website has lots of information on it. We do have a technician discount of 20%. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out directly to cpst@clekinc.com. Thank you very much for your time and attention today, and enjoy the rest of your conference.
Hello and welcome. I am Jonathan from Orbit Baby. I am the advocate here at Orbit, and today I'm going to try to either introduce you or teach you a little bit about Orbit Baby. If you're familiar with Orbit, very cool. Hopefully you'll learn a little bit today about some of the new stuff. If not, let me introduce you. Orbit Baby has been around since about 2004. Just after that, we introduced our first car seat, the infant car seat, which is a rotating car seat. So we've been at this game for quite a while. All of our products rotate. Just after that, a few years later, we introduced our toddler car seat, which also rotates on the same base. Quick little bit about our products. They're Oecotec certified, and we also have a merino wool lining offering, which is a flame retardant free car seat. And all of our products, from the car seats, strollers, everything has a 2-year warranty from the data manufacturer. So if you're working with a parent and they need help, have them reach out to us. I'll get to our customer service bit in a little bit down in the presentation. But all of our products rotate. So as you're going through our products, you're going to see that everything rotates on the stroller, on the car seat base. It's a modular system and it allows everything to rotate. So you'll see in the slide, we have a toddler seat and an infant car seat. Both of them can be used on the stroller. So as we're going through, you're going to see how everything kind of is a modular system, can come out and connect to the next piece and all rotate. Before I start about that, I want to mention our older products. These are our legacy products, our G1s, our G2s, and our G3 products. They're still out there. Parents have held on to them. They're out of warranty, they're expired, there's no parts available for them. But what we are starting to see are some resellers taking an older product like a G2 or G3 and refreshing it with a new liner. So they're going to our parts service online, getting a new liner and putting it into an old car seat. So the car seat will now say G5, but it's an old shell. That shell is no longer safe to use, it's expired. It should be discontinued, but they're selling it as a G5 or as a refresh, and parents don't know the difference. And if you're working with a parent, don't assume because the liner says G5 that it's a newer car seat. Make sure you take the time and look at the labels on the back of the car seat to check for the data manufacturer and to see what model you're working with. Because if you're working with an old car seat, you don't want to proceed too far. Let the parent know that it's an expired car seat and that we have an upgrade discount. So if the parent wants to stay with the Orbit Baby, fantastic. We have an upgrade discount for them. They can get a 20% off a new car seat so that they stay in the Orbit family. They can continue to use their stroller or any other accessories they bought, and they don't need to go out and buy a whole new full price car seat. We want them to keep these people in the Orbit family. That being said, as I mentioned, we have our strong arm base. This base allows everything to kind of connect to it. So the stroller seat, the infant seat and the toddler seat can both go on this base. If you notice that round silver ring, that's the smart hub that allows everything to connect to there and rotate on the base. We also have our strong arm knob. That's the knob down on the bottom that amplifies your strength and assists with installing the car seat base. It just makes it a little bit easier for the parent so they don't have to really get into the car and push and pull. To install the car seat, you're just going to pass the vehicle seat belt through the lock off, pull any slack out, or you're going to use the lower anchors, either or, not both. And then you're going to pull the slack out of that system, and then you're going to turn that strong arm knob. You only need to turn the knob about 5 to 10 full rotations to start. That's going to move that base upright and tighten down the seat belt. Once you've done that, check the car seat to make sure it's nice and snug. You see here, as you turn that knob, that base upright moves. Give it a quick check. If it's snug, you're good. If it's a little loose, turn that knob a little more. We do offer flexible webbing on our lower anchors, so if you have a non-standard spacing and the vehicle manufacturer allows it, we allow it. You can do up to 20 inches of non-standard spacing. So some of those center seating positions you can use, which are great because the car seat is a little long and it gives the driver a little more room behind the seats. That being said, we do have that long base. So some overhang is going to happen on a lot of cars, but as long as 80% of the base is over the vehicle seat, you're good. And I say over the vehicle seat because it doesn't have to make perfect contact with the vehicle seat the whole way through. We know that sometimes those seat contours mean that you don't have perfect contact, but as long as 80% of the base is on the vehicle seat or over the vehicle seat, we're good. Now, talk about our car seats. We have 2 car seats, appropriately named infant car seat and toddler car seat. The infant car seat is 4 to 30 pounds, 19 to 32 inches, and must be used with a strong arm base. The infant car seat does come with a low birth weight kit. It is not installed into the car seat. Most kids don't need it. Babies that are full term or bigger kids aren't going to need this insert. So this insert can actually be a little too much for some babies, but for your lower weight babies, some babies that are born a little early, this is going to work with them. It's optional, so it comes in the box, but it's not installed by default. To install it, you're going to lift up on the upholstery and place this insert into the car seat. The foam wedge there, as you can see, matches the contour of the seat. So it just slides right in, and then you pull the upholstery right back down. Because it's underneath the upholstery, parents might find that they might forget about it, or they might think that it's there for comfort and be reluctant to remove it. So make sure if you're working with a car seat and you find that that harness is just a little too tight, no matter what you do, check underneath the upholstery for this insert and make sure it's removed after 11 pounds. All right, so there is one time when you're not going to use the base. That's on a plane. If your parent is traveling on a plane, you do not use the base. And this is a great time for me to talk about inflatable seatbelts. We do not allow inflatable seatbelts at any point, either with the base, the infant seat, or the toddler seat. I mention this because some planes also have inflatable seatbelts. They're starting to be phased out of cars, but planes are still out there with inflatable seatbelts. So just let the parent know, never use an inflatable seatbelt with either one of our car seats or the base. Another unique thing about this infant car seat is our soft carry handle. This soft carry handle doesn't quite lock in the upright position, so you have to physically lock it so that when you're carrying it, the baby doesn't tip out. To lock it, just take the Velcro tab, pass it through the red ring, and close it. That's going to lock the handle in the upright position for carrying. The handle can be in any position in the car as long as it's not blocking the driver's visibility. Now, our toddler seat. So our toddler seat is also appropriately named because if you notice the start weight, it's 15 pounds. So we want more of a toddler age child to go in here. It's going to sit a little more upright. It's designed for a bigger kid. So it's 15 to 35 pounds rear facing and up to 65 pounds forward facing. This seat can be used with the base or with the included side impact braces. The braces come with the car seat in the box, and it's up to the parent to decide which one they want to use. So if they're going rear facing and they want to just keep the base and just take the infant seat out and put the toddler seat in, they can do that. Or if it's a parent that's traveling or has multiple cars and didn't want to buy more bases, they can use the side impact braces. It's up to the parent. The side impact braces are oriented, meaning they go on the side of the car seat depending on the direction it's going to face. So rear facing, you're going to line up the blue arrows. Forward facing, you're going to line up the red arrows. So you can see here on this video, we've set it up for forward facing. You have that red that lines up there and just lock the brace on. If we wanted to do rear facing, we would put that brace on the other side of the car seat and it would give the car seat the angle it needs for rear facing. Everything on here is color coded, which is really nice. Red is for forward facing, blue is for rear facing. So if we're installing with the vehicle seatbelt and we don't want to use the base, we use the braces. You have to use the braces. And what we're going to do is open the lock off. We're going to use the lock off closest to the latch plate or the center of the vehicle. So we're rear facing seatbelt. We're only using one lock off. This lock off actually will tighten down the seatbelt. So when you're installing it, pull that seatbelt, but don't pull it all the way tight because you want to be able to close that lock off. And by closing it, it's going to take out the last little bit of slack out of the seatbelt webbing and tighten down that seatbelt for you. Forward facing is a little different. So forward facing, you're going to use both lock offs for the lap belt, but only the lock off closest to the latch plate is going to get the shoulder belt. So in this picture, if you can see, the lap belt goes through both lock offs and the shoulder belt only goes through one lock off. And they're also color coded, so red for forward facing. So we tried to make everything very easy for the parent to understand and to see. If you have any questions, there are videos online. There are a lot of videos of me installing different things to try to make it easier for the parent. Now, if you remember in the beginning of the presentation, I showed you that the toddler seat can be used on the stroller. So because of that, we've included this sunshade. The sunshade, it's supposed to be used on the stroller, but some parents use it in the car. We don't recommend it to be used in vehicles because it can impair the driver's visibility. So we just tell parents, hey, take it off. It pops off real quick. It's a couple little buttons. Take it off in the car so you're not creating a blind spot. Now, if you're using the digital checklist form, you probably get this question a lot. When does your car seat expire? Well, on the labels, it says the year. We give you to the end of that year. So in this case, this would say 2026. We give you to December 31st, 2026. So you have that couple extra months depending on when the car seat was manufactured. This one looks like it was manufactured in October, so the parent would have those 2 extra months there of car seat use. So when you're filling out that form, just put in the last day of the year. Now, there's a bunch of ways to install the car seats. It all can be kind of confusing, and we know that parents throw away the manuals. They don't keep anything. All that stuff just goes out with the trash with the box. So the manual, how-to videos, and to register your car seat, it's all available on a QR code on the side of the car seat. Our car seats have these QR codes. You just scan it. It takes you directly to a product landing page, and that page has all the information specific to that one car seat. And if the parent just wants to know how to install the car seat with a seatbelt or how to adjust the harness, there's 1-minute videos that pertain to each category, so the parent doesn't need to watch a whole long video on how to install the car seat or adjust the car seat. They just watch that 1-minute video of what they're trying to find. Additionally, they can also contact customer support. Our customer support is fantastic. They can call them, text them, FaceTime with them, email them, message them on Instagram. There's a plethora of ways to get a hold of them. We really try to make it easy for the parent to reach out to us because we want to be that support. We don't want them to go to the internet and find bad information on a Facebook group. We want them to come to us and get the proper help. So if you have a parent with questions, or you have a question, or you just want to learn more about our products, go to our website. There's a live chat there. And it's not just a live chat. You could actually do a live video chat with somebody, and they can show you the harness. They can show you the different features of the car seat. Or you can call, text, or get on Instagram. We know that some parents, busy life, sitting on a phone for a while is not something they can do, but they can pick up their phone and shoot a text message real quick. So just have them reach out to us. If you have a training program and you would like a car seat, reach out to me. We do have some seats available. We ask that you're an instructor. We do require a proof of donation or a letter that it's going to our organization. The seats can never be used to transport a child, and they're available based on inventory. Right now I have a few available, so if you need a training seat, just reach out to me. You can email me. That's probably the best way to get a hold of me right now. Or you can reach out to me on Instagram. Orbitbaby_support is the customer support for me. Or you can reach out to customer service directly. Call them. They always know where I am. They can find me pretty quick. So if you have any questions, reach out. And otherwise, thank you so much.